What's up, beautiful people? We are back and we are recapping season 10 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Well, this season, Kiara and Wendy are having a little disagreement with Wendy's dismissive behavior, which she's been accused of many a times. Guess who's back? Monique Samuels, and Giselle says she was happy to reconnect with Monique and see if she's still the same person. And of course, the queen herself, the Grand Dame, is finally being released from jail and will have her season 10 premiere on The Real Housewives of Potomac. So listen, join me and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva as we recap this season of The Real Housewives of Potomac. And it's all in good fun, so make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to both channels. See y'all soon. Good evening. It is a terrific Tuesday, and we are back with the recapping season 12 of Married to Medicine, episode 5, baggage check. You better check your baggage at the door. Check it at the door. Don't bring this up in here.
Check it at the door.
Good evening, Auntie. It is a Tuesday. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Listen, it's the 6th. We here. I'm here for it. This year has been doing me good so far. I mean, we 6 days in, but I'm happy.
Yes. It's been amazing. Listen.
Yes. Thank you, Sasuke. That's right. Hit that like button, people.
Yes. Listen, Diva, when I tell you the blessings for real, though, they've been flowing in 2026. Every time I turn around, something has just been like really blessing me. We are on a 3-day fast right now with my church. We're just doing water and juice. So I'm a little cranky, people. So bear with me tonight. But, you know, great things have been happening. It's 2026. I've been telling Diva in our private chats, you know, it's our year, it's our time, and we're going to do what we do, people. So we appreciate y'all for joining us. Happy New Year to everybody. We are live on both channels, Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. So if you are not a subscriber, make sure you subscribe to both of our channels. Make sure you hit the like button on this video tonight and then share this live and let the people know we are talking about Married to Medicine. The Whitmores, okay? They may not be no more because this is our second go round, Diva. This is our second time at this battle, okay? Toya and Eugene, you know, I don't know if there's real forgiveness going on in the room or if we just talking words, okay? And
Eugene ain't going nowhere. He ain't leaving his Toya.
Listen, our apostle.
He ain't leaving his Toya. He called her downstairs and he apologized. I want me and Eugene, okay? I want me and Eugene. He working, he cooking, he apologizing. Holla at Eugene. I want me and Eugene, okay?
And then District 13's, you know, future state representative is out here, you know, just
cursing people out.
It was an interesting episode. It was an interesting episode. A lot happened. I'm honestly, Diva, I'm excited to talk about it. This season is really showing me how vested I have been into Married to Medicine. Because I am really vested in Simone and Cecil. I am really like,
so am I.
I'm just like, we got to talk about this. We're going to talk about this. So listen, we appreciate y'all being in the building tonight. Make sure you hit the like button. We're going to jump right into this in just a moment, but we got to jump into some street news real quick. Okay, people? Because the streets is talking. And there's a lot going on in the community that we're getting ready to address. So let's go on and jump into the street topics, y'all. Sorry, y'all. I didn't have my affairs in order today. I got a lot going on. Okay, so this video has, you know, hit social media platforms, and this gentleman, Church of God in Christ, that's Kojic, Bishop Patrick Wooden, blasted Jamal Bryant's wife for the dress choice. There's nothing classy about that, is apparently what he had to say. Okay? So, of course, as social media does.
Do you have the rest of it?
Oh no, that's
okay.
no.
I gotta find it for you, honey, because he called he didn't call her.
This is a video. This is a video.
Okay, play the video, honey. Play the video.
Yeah. I was gonna say this is a video, but you know, just for those who have, if anybody has missed out, Jamal Bryant wore a dress to a I want to say it was an NAACP function that they went to.
I think so.
Is that what it was? Okay, a cultural
Black United Negro Fund.
Yeah.
It was one of
the function they went to. She went and prayed, and you know, this is what they wore. The church went into outrage about her outfit. Jamal got up on Sunday, addressed the situation, which now resulted in us probably being to where we are today. Because what the people say, Diva, if you don't want something to have attention, don't talk about it. Be quiet. Let it play out in the media. Oh, Jamal just had to say something. So let's get into Bishop Patrick Wooden and see what he got to say.
Okay.
I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath.
Well.
And I heard the preacher when he defended her dress by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. Two. At least two. Now, I didn't say she was. I'm not talking about her. My statement is not about her. My statement is about him. I said he presented his wife, and he said he bought the dress. Those are his words, not mine.
Come on now.
And there is nothing classy about that. There's nothing modest about that. He said we haven't been anywhere. What I would like to know is where have you been? Where did he go? So I'll make sure that I never go there, because I don't want to go anywhere and I come back with that kind of a notion. Now I will say this, and this is a comment about my wife, not his wife. This comment about my wife. My wife wouldn't have done it. No matter what I said. She just would have said, honey, I'll wear this for you. I'll wear this for you at home when we know the grandkids aren't coming. Because there is such a thing as decency. Decency. Y'all don't like me. But in public, at an event where everyone will see, I don't know of a greater way for a man to demean his wife. And if he doesn't think that that is demeaning her, there is something wrong with him. But then again, we're also talking about the guy who looked at Cam Newton's legs and told Cam he had pretty legs. I guess you call that a...
You so messy for this. You are so for this, but here's my issue, and this be my problem with the body of Christ. Why are we still talking about this? Like, why are we still talking about this? Where in the Bible does this lay in scripture about any of this? Like, Jesus did not talk about people dressing like harlots. He saved the harlots and let them hang with them too. Like, what are we talking about? In their sin and all. Like, sir. Doing too much.
And a $2 hoe.
A $2 hoe. What do you know about a $2 hoe, sir? If you don't live this lifestyle, what do you know about a $2 hoe? How do you know what a $2 hoe look like?
He said at least $2.
At least. So you got a price, sir. You got a price.
Listen, he threw mad shade.
He did. That was unnecessary. I get his point. You know, I understand where you're coming from. You know, people are watching, people are looking, but we're not supposed to look at people. We're supposed to look to the hills, where which cometh our help. That's what we're supposed to be looking. So you got your eye gates focused on the wrong thing, anyways.
Well,
that's just what.
You know, let me say this: if anybody out there has been, you know, I've been in the Black church all my life, and unfortunately, with the Black church, is historically they have addressed issues in the pulpit. If I keep it 100, you always know when something is going on in the church because the sermon is catered to you know, to the issue at hand, right? You know, I have been in a church where somebody from the choir slept with a married person in the choir, and they because the married man was the lead singer of the choir, there was a whole message about Jezebel. But meantime, he was sleeping with her too. Like it was just messed up. But that's what they do in the pulpit. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So when I heard his message, you know, even when I heard Pastor Jamal Bryant messages, I was just like wrong place, wrong time. But see, Jamal started it.
Yeah.
So when you start something, you can't tell people how to finish it. Do I think that Bishop Patrick Wooden did a lot? He did the most. He did the most, right? He didn't have to. Now, he tried to do this thing respectfully by saying he wasn't talking about, you know, her, but he's saying you present your wife like a $2 hoe, this, that, and the other. Let's be clear. There's a picture with Giselle Bryant and Jamal Bryant, and Giselle had on a similar dress for back in the time when she took that picture with Jamal that he has with his current wife. So Jamal, you know, just like he has a type in woman, he has a type in the way he likes to see you dress. Jamal is Jamal. Jamal is still of the flesh. But I will say this, when you take on certain jobs, and I said this when I did the video on this Royaire, when you take on certain jobs, you have to take on the message in the fine print of said job. I can't be a surgeon, a doctor, a nurse, and I got a shift tomorrow morning, and tonight I'm out partying and drinking. You can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So when you are, see what I'm saying? And that wasn't the illusion of nude, that was nude. And if you, and listen, people like who they like, but if you put a Giselle and his new wife next to each other and nobody didn't know them, and they would ask a class of people, do you think these are sisters? 99% of the people would say yes. Okay? So I'm just saying that I do think there's a time and place for everything. And I do think the illusion of the dress, Diva, Fashionista said that the line pointing to her for JJ was problematic. If the line pointed across her body down by the puff bow in the skirt portion, it you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. The dress was problematic for a first lady, and so we can dance around it if we want to, and that's fine. Because Jamal, but see, Jamal started the road of nastiness because he did a whole speech about people being obese, and you know that's why they was hating and this, that, and the other. So Jamal started the downfall down this road, and Pastor Wooden, Bishop Patrick Wooden said he gonna finish it. Yeah, historically, first lady in Black churches don't do that, and that is facts. That is facts. But you know what though? We are coming upon some new first ladies. Different these first ladies.
We started off with Shawnee Henderson, remember?
That part. We got the first ladies now that's getting the lashes, getting the weaves. I'm not saying her, getting the BBLs. Mm-hmm. We got different first ladies now. Bishop Patrick Wood, he did the most, but so did Jamal.
I think Jamal did do a most, but as a bishop, sir, it should have been above you, well, beneath you to even respond to something like that. What was the need to respond to it? Why? I just don't understand. This is the exact thing of what I be talking about. People using this was not the platform to do that. You should have got on your personal Instagram, Bishop Wooden, and addressed this on your personal Instagram. But across the pulpit, it makes you no better than him. So now everybody, the same way that they look at Jamal, they're going to look at you too, making and creating a bad name for church. But that's why I'm not even a believer, in my personal opinion, in like the church thing. I am very personal relationship with God. Where does your faith lie? Like, that's where I am. But
what he should have did is he should have spoke to Pastor Jamal Bryant as the elder, because I know he's older than Pastor Jamal Bryant. He spoke to him privately.
He should have picked up that phone, or he could just mind his business like everybody else did. But you know, But that was our street news segment. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are going to go ahead and jump into our recap. Tonight, Diva is going to give us the rundown of this episode. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to jump into this whenever you are ready.
I'm ready, but y'all know Royaire is the king of a rundown because he can write the script, okay? Because he can give me a play-by-play, word-by-word, this, that, and the other. Diva going to give you the summary of the scene, okay? So come connect with me, okay? So listen, is Married to Medicine, Baggage Check is the name of the episode, and it's season 12, episode 5, right? Mm-hmm. So we at Toya's house, and Eugene, you know, like I said, I'm keeping it 100. I want me and Eugene, because Eugene, he calls her up on the phone, because, you know, they in a big house, right? He calls her up on the phone and say, hey, babe, come downstairs. Let's play some pool, have some drinks or whatever. And she jokes with him, talking about, don't just write her doctor's note because she don't want to, you know, she don't want to come downstairs. But, you know, she came downstairs, and pretty much if I had to summarize that whole thing, Eugene apologized again, and he took responsibility for the whole thing that Toya did. He was like, babe, I'm sorry. I could have looked at this thing differently. I should have read the room. I'm like, come on, Eugene. He said, you know, but my feelings was hurt because your friends, they just be talking about me. Not realizing they talking about you because your wife talks about you. And so they just pick up the same energy and think that it's open season on you, Eugene. Eugene, that was right. He said, poor Eugene. Eugene, that was your opportunity to put your foot down.
You don't have no foot. She done cut it off.
And so after he apologized, he thought, you know, the energy was in the air. So he was like, you know, you got anything to apologize about? She was like,
Shameful. This is embarrassing.
She acted like there was nothing for her to apologize about. I was like, girl. So she dug up a piece of something, which was nothing, talking about, you know, she could do better. Okay. I was like, Eugene. She said, well, you know, I can try to affirm you more because I always affirm the boys. So I'm going to try to affirm you more. And I do want to thank you for working 90 jobs. That's what she pretty much told him. I want to thank you for working so hard, you know, because you work hard. And I was looking at my screen like, what just happened here?
What?
You're talking about the whole bamboozle flip on you. No, he apologized. Cheers to Eugene. What's your thoughts on that scene?
This was a scheme that Toya set up 18 years ago to come to Eugene with this same BS. This is sad. You know, the best thing that I can say, Diva, is that this is that unconditional agape love that Jesus be talking about. Because only Jesus could put up with this type of mess. Like, only Jesus could. Like, I don't understand where Eugene felt that he was wrong. Like, what did you feel that you did that was wrong? Because I didn't see it. You were playing a joke. You didn't want to participate. Like, there were plenty of other people that could have been there for y'all not to participate. Like, none of the men, it wasn't like Eugene just didn't want to do this alone. All of the men said that they did not want to participate. So, like, what are we doing? But, you know, per usual, Toya is petty. She never gonna see anything that she does wrong. It just didn't shock me at all. I was not surprised that Eugene went running back like a little puppy, apologizing to her. Like, what are we doing?
He said, "I'm sorry, I didn't know this party meant so much to you."
Whatever. Like, and then where Toya doesn't see her comment of Eugene, be a leader, like, be a leader of your house and da-da-da-da-da. Like, where did you not see that was totally out of pocket and out of line? Like, Toya needs to run down the list and address the specific things that she said to her husband, like, during that night. Like, that is what Eugene did. Eugene broke down every moment that he did, Diva, address what he did and apologize. Toya made up some fake moments talking about, I shouldn't allow what people say to affect me and I shouldn't fuss at you. Like, ma'am, like, let's talk about what you did do. Let's talk about the actual actions that you did and let's apologize and mean them. But obviously she don't mean it. She don't mean the apology, and she meant what she said about her man, and that's why she keep the flashback of her throwing the biscuit at him, Diva. Like, I just was like, this is embarrassing. Embarrassing. No wonder she's looking for a strong black man, because it's not giving strong black man. It's giving I treat him like my puppy dog and he do what I want.
You know, she's lucky. She's lucky he's never going to leave. Because she's lucky he's never going to leave because, honey, it ain't too many Eugenes running around in these streets. I promise you that.
It is not. And I can honestly say, Diva, and we can't trust nobody. We can only just assume. But based off of my assumptions, I just do not see Eugene being a cheater. Like, I don't see him out here.
No, not at all.
Like, not at all. You know, because most men, if someone would treat them like this, Diva, they would go and like they would just go out and just
you find somebody who's more understanding to the end. But you know what though? In all jokes aside, he truly loves Toya. He does.
It's an agape love. Like, that's the love of God for real, Diva. Like,
he really loves his wife. And she all jokes aside, but she did say post-stain that her and Eugene was cringing when that, you know, episode was going to come out or whatever the case may be. Well, you know what the unfortunate thing is though? It was rumors that Toya was cheating.
I do remember that.
There was rumors that Toya had cheated. Yeah, but Eugene never got the pretty girl growing up and is holding on. Yeah. She's too much though. I think that was a perfect opportunity for her to really show her love for Eugene.
The deposit in the love bank, just like he said.
Yeah.
Diva, you pointed that right out, because that is what he's like. She do not. It's just always negativity. It's always putting down. It's always disrespect. Like, and I feel like if you love me in private, why can't you love me in public as well?
Yeah.
I feel like if you disrespect me like this in public, that's what Jackie said the other week. I can only imagine the things that you say and do to him in private. Like, ooh. I just can't imagine, Diva. It's really sad. It's really sad. But listen, like Heavenly said, if that's how they love each other, go Toya and Eugene, okay? But those are my thoughts. I was just really disappointed. It just,
Yeah. So this next scene, Brandy hosts I guess a mommy and kids like play date or whatever the case may be at her house. And so who comes over is Angel and her 2 children. Brandy has 4 children, and then Mimi comes with just Savannah. Now, I was feeling Mimi. See, this is why I go in and out with Mimi, right? I was feeling Mimi when she had that nice moment with her husband last week in the car, and they was talking about, how they had to handle their autistic son. Mm-hmm. Now she's doing too much with it. No, I ain't bring Stevie because he would have broke a TV. He would have did this. He would have did that. When I bring him, he got to have his own play date. Girl, I do something different now, because I don't. Girl, that's all I can say. Her daughter is absolutely adorable. I think all the kids are absolutely adorable. Mm-hmm. And Angel, I'm trying to see where she fits in the midst of this, other than being a nurse. Because she's not married to medicine. Mm-hmm. She's looking for a man. I don't know what's going on with that. She's talking about how, she's not going to talk about the fathers because she's everything to both the kids, okay? So I think one of the kids, the little man's father, I guess is a basketball player, whatever. I don't know if she mentioned who her daughter father is, but I was just like, all right, Angel. I mean, the scene was the scene for that one. I thought it was okay. I didn't like it or hate it or love it. I just thought, okay, they had a scene, whatever. That's how I really thought.
Okay. I looked at this scene and I was like, okay, we're ushering a new set of kids because all of the kids was there. These are brand new kids to the show. So I said, okay, maybe we're ushering in the new generation, if you may, of Married to Medicine. I don't know.
I like that. I like that.
How I looked at it when I said, I was like, okay, we're getting introduced to the kids and the families. These are the younger crew, if you may, of the cast. So I was like, okay, we'll see how this works out. Mimi, I was just like, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, girl, if you want to keep him at home, that's whatever. Mm-hmm. Angel had a little bit more conversation, at the event than what I think we saw, in my opinion. But what I realized, just based off of Angel's little tidbit that she spilled to us, it seems like she doesn't really know herself. It seems like that she's gotten into these relationships, kind of gotten lost in a man, and then when the man do not turn out to be what she thought he was, she just is like, oh my God. And then, we went to this next relationship and kind of had the same thing. She just gave me a sense of just in a broken place. And like she said, she's a bad picker of men. She doesn't have a good picker. So, I think it would be best for her to maybe find friendship elsewhere outside of Quad, because I can see why they connect, because they have very much similarities. But yeah, I was just like, I see. You definitely do have a picker problem, and I just don't feel like she knows herself. So hopefully she'll maybe get to know herself a little bit more in this group as the ladies show, who she is. And Brandy made a comment about Angel deflecting, or Mimi deflecting. I don't think that Mimi is a deflector. I think that Mimi jumps in people's business too much.
No. They wasn't saying Mimi was deflecting. They was saying Toya was deflecting at her housewarming.
Okay. Well, I thought I heard Brandy say Mimi be deflecting too. And she was like, no, that don't be me deflecting. That be Toya deflecting.
Oh, maybe she did. I missed that piece.
Yeah, she was, and I don't think that Mimi deflects. I do think she talks about stuff, but out of pocket, in my opinion. Because even at Toya's event, I felt that it was wrong, and this is just my opinion. I felt that it was wrong of her to ask her and her husband to ask Eugene about Toya and Eugene's situation. Is this y'all regular behavior, or this is new? Like, to try to analyze them.
Trying to be a doctor at
like, no, that's not y'all play.
Do you usually leave Stevie home when you go on play dates? Don't play with me, because Yeah,
I felt that they were
like,
just way up into Toya, like just talking to, like, even when Toya was going back and forth with Eugene, she was like, come from your femininity, come from your feminine girl. You just getting into this group. Be quiet. You just need to sit back and let the fall all happen. That's not your place. That is not your place at all.
Yeah,
but, you know, and then Brandy, I don't remember anything that Brandy really said to bring anything to the scene other than she introduced us to her mother-in-law, and yeah, I don't know. I didn't. So Brandy is yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I ain't really feeling Brandy that much either. I mean, but I'm gonna give her a chance, I guess, because y'all like to give the people the chances. So you know, I'll give her the chance or whatever the case may be. Or yeah, she always in comes off very invasive. Yeah, she's always in therapy mode, except when it comes to self. Better get out my face, girl. So you know, this next scene,
that is so true. Sorry, Diva. Emmanuel just made this point. Mimi and Steve were doing that with Sweet Tea and Greg too, being all involved, like they know everything. And they were, when I look back at it, they were very much trying to like teacher's pet Greg and Letitia. Like, what are we doing?
Child. Oh my God, yes, it can be quite challenging, especially when parents. Yes, a lot of them get divorced.
I'm assuming she's talking about with kids with special needs.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen it happen, but you know, nowadays I tell people that this early intervention is everything. It really is. You know, a lot of people are not into the pre-K and these early daycares or whatever the case may be, Royaire. But I think the sooner you socialize your kid, the better off they're going to be, even if your kid is a special needs child. Because I just think, you know, they could get it. Yeah. I would have loved to see the little boy. I take my clients out. Yeah, and Monique, you're like my sister. My sister, you know, deals with you know, the special needs community. Yeah. And some of them, they just fare really well. They fare really well when you integrate them early on. That's what I think. You know, Jamie, I don't know if you watch Love and Marriage, Love and
Their son is blind.
Yeah, their son is blind. And I think if they would have had him, you know, in programs early on, but I don't know, you know, based on his age, like how many programs is really out there for him. And I know it's scary for parents because even when your child is not special needs, you are so afraid to release them to the world because the world is so freaking evil. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. It's crazy out here.
Yeah, so I know it's even harder when your child is special needs, but
because you're depending on somebody else to take care of them, depending on the situation. But you're giving your life over, or their life over to them, initially your life too. So that's
so hard. I know I do know it's hard, but I do know that early intervention it really helps. It really does. So the next scene is I didn't remember that Dr. Simone had a sister.
Yes.
I was like, where did sister come from? And you talk about
yes. It's because you know we watching back the shows, Diva. I told you got to go back and watch the old seasons, girl. Because you have
I really got time for the current season. Okay, listen, but the holler at Carmen and Dr. Simone look alike, right? Holler at Carmen. So I like the way they did this, but I'm gonna do one scene at a time. But Simone was with her sister. It talking out, you know, the struggles. And Cecil was with his brother. Okay, so
and they look like too.
And yeah, I thought are they twins?
No.
Okay, so Dr. Simone met up with her sister Carmen, and she said that, you know, it's her best friend. She tells her everything. They're always talking. They're always hanging out, and they see each other. I don't know. Did she say? I think she said at least once a month or whatever they go out or whatever the case may be. So. She was pretty much singing the same song about how Cecil and the boys, you know, they ain't showing her no love. It's like 3 against 1, blah, blah, blah. And she said, Cecil, Simone said Cecil is so busy trying to be the complete opposite of his dad that he went all the way to the left with it. And her sister was like, y'all gotta kind of work it out. But when Simone started crying, I'm like, the sister was slow to the draw to get up to comfort Simone. I'm like, Carmen, do you not realize your sister is breaking down over there? I need you to get up.
Carmen said, we are on TV right now. I need you to hold it together, okay?
Yeah, Carmen needed to get up and go comfort her sister that was breaking down. This scene was interesting. It was cute. I just felt like, she said they get together, I think, every other month or whatever, and they get together and they talk about stuff or whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh, listen, the scene was the scene. I guess I wasn't too much into the scene, Royaire, because I was like, I'm sick of hearing about Simone and the boys and the struggle with that, right? Mm-hmm. Now, yes, Cecil brother was a great voice of reason. Wonder why he got divorced. But you know what happens sometimes? What I was thinking, I'm 50 gold. I was thinking that when I heard the brother talking in this situation, he's trying to save his brother from being in his same situation because he knows what it's like. So I think sometimes people don't realize stuff until after the fact, hindsight. Sometimes when two people are in each other's face for so long, they don't realize the blessing of them being together. There are some people that do. Eugene, he realizes the blessing in Toya. So he gonna make up with her. He gonna apologize. He gonna do whatever he has to do to keep his situation together. But all jokes aside, Cecil brother, little brother, Dave gave that brother wisdom. Okay, Cecil was sitting there talking about, I had to stand in the line for 3 hours to get my financial aid check, and I knew my boys wasn't going to do that. I don't want my boys to do that because we got the money. See, you know what the crazy thing is to me, Royaire? What we got to understand is the way rich people get their money is they use other people's money to get through their business and their situation. You are draining Dr. Simone dry of every penny. No, dumb boys need to look into some scholarships, look into some financial aid, and then let Dr. Simone money supplement whatever they don't get. They want too much from her. And now he wants to go to law school. Law school costs cash. You heard Dr. Simone sat there and said that she the one with the doctorate degree. She knows what it's like. She paid her way. She did this and she worked her way through it. So I really felt that Cecil brother was the word of wisdom for him. He gave him some great insight, and he told them, he said, when them boys are gone, it's going to be you and your wife. And he said, they're going to be all right. But do you want your wife to be here with you? And Cecil had to sit back and realize that he was talking knowledge to him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree with, everything you pretty much said. Cecil's brother was the main voice of reason. Everything that he said was truthful. Cecil's brother, Dave, is already at the end of the story that Cecil is heading down. He's already at the end of the road that Cecil and Simone are heading down. And he sees the end result, and he's really trying to get Cecil and Simone to not go down this road. He sees the end of this. He know what it looked like. He know what it sound like. He is living it. And so he is really trying to be a good brother and help Cecil understand ain't no fun out in the streets, okay? You have your fun for your moment, but the one that's going to be there to support you, well, Simone brought him a Tesla and
so that's why she need to get off that screen and stop crying. She fed right into it. And he got on the line bragging. Letting the people know he got his Tesla.
It's wild. But what I will say is I love the way that both brother and sister-in-law were looking out for the opposite person. Yes. One thing that Carmen said that really stood out to me, and I agreed with what she said, was a lot of people fathers of Cecil's generation, their dad did not give them that nurturing love. They gave them that tough love. They gave them that you need to, that type of love. And I think, as she said, now fathers are trying to overcompensate. Some fathers mothers are trying to overcompensate and give that soft love. And yes, the children do need that. But Cecil, I need you to bring yourself up. Elevate your mind. Think big, okay? There are no more lines that people are standing on. People getting on the computer and filling out the application, okay? So you don't have to worry about your son standing in line for 3 hours because ain't no lines. Them days is gone. Cecil's brother also said, it's our money when it's us. AKA, it's our money when you're bringing in some finances into this house. You don't have no job, sir. Simone is taking care of everything. The least you could do is support her in making the decisions that make the most sense, which means he needs to go out here, try to get a loan, try to get a scholarship. There's plenty of money out here that they in education. He's very smart. He already has his, 4-year degree. What is it for you to go out here and find you some money and get in school? Why should Simone have to sacrifice her retirement, her wanting to leave the hospital, her wanting to, live her life and not take care of grown people who are out here spending $60,000 and nothing to show for it? And the fact that Cecil as a man can't see that your children are pimping you and your wife, it's problematic.
Well, pimping the wife.
But he's pimping him too, because you're not even seeing.
What is Cecil respectfully? What is he doing? What is his job? And I'm not trying to be funny. It's like
it's his responsibility to let his black son know, as a black father, that you need to be out here hustling. At some point, Cecil
but Cecil is doing the same thing as the boys. So why would he think anything different?
Cecil's married. These boys are single. Y'all, this is his wife.
No, but they both taking money from moms.
But at one point, Cecil had a job. It ain't like this has been Cecil forever. There is some instilling, and even if he didn't, you still want to instill in your kids what you didn't do, right? Or not doing. So where is that responsibility as a father? Where is that at? I haven't seen any of that at all from Cecil. It's just disappointing to me. I definitely understand where Simone is coming from. She's at her breaking point. She's done all she can do. She's asked. She's pleaded. What more can Simone do? I just don't understand. At this point, Cecil needs to do some more bending.
He does. His brother spoke to him. Hopefully, his brother got through to him. That's all I could say. Cecil's job is managing the house finances. Fifi, stop. I can't be true. You cannot.
House manager.
That's my house manager. Listen, Quad and King is the next scene. I don't know what you want me to do with Quad and King. Which I thought was nice, which they didn't show, which I felt like they should have showed, is she mentioned
she
mentioned in that scene that all the guys pretty much came over and supported her, that she was about to go to Ghana and get this egg retrieval again. So I'm like, that seemed like a very positive, supportive scene. Why didn't they show us that? Because it looked like the ladies was having a really good time and they was being really supportive. I just didn't like that. I just thought it was very sad that they didn't show that. Instead, they show us this scene with Quad and King and packing and going to Ghana, and once again talking about the infertility what do you call it treatments, that he just doesn't seem like he's that into it, and that he really wanted to do this. And also on top of that, it was mentioned that he left his job. At one point they talked about making more money, we need to make more money, but then it seemed like she mentioned in there that he's not working anymore. Quad thought it was funny to poke at Sweet T's fertility, so I don't give a F about what she you know what, Nikki, I respectfully, I hear you. Respectfully, I hear you. I don't even know what to say to you. I'm just saying respectfully, I hear you. I thought it was dead wrong of her to make those jokes and to poke fun. I didn't like it at all. Quad deleted all pictures of King off her Instagram. Shut the front door. Shut the front door. I'll go look for you while you talk about that scene. Yeah. Shut up, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, you be on top of this stuff.
Own it, okay? Own it. In regards to Cecil saying that, are people saying Cecil has a real estate license? He does have a real estate license, but Cecil is not under any brokerage. And in order to be an active realtor, you have to be either under a brokerage or have your brokerage license. And based off of the credentials that I saw, he has neither. So that ain't bringing in no money. That's not doing anything. Cecil needs to, if you're not going to work, at least father your children, direct them in the right way. Quad and King Diva, we said last season that this was all a put on to try to outdo Greg and Sweet Tea, to try to make it seem like that she's doing better than them. This man don't want you. He don't want this baby. He don't want anything that has anything to do with Quad having a baby, Diva. You know, secondly, Quad is looking for love, an unconditional love. And she's trying to have a baby so that she can have this unconditional love instead of actually working on yourself so that you can unconditionally love yourself in the proper manner and not need it from someone else. The desperation that it just oozes out of the TV screen from this scene for her to have a baby with this man who does not want to have a baby with you. It's just, it was sad to watch for me. It was sad to watch. It was just like, Quad, you came back, you pushed this whole girl and her man off of TV for you to come back and do this? For this man to tell you that we got to think realistically? And that, no, I did not know it was going to be all of this. I thought it was going to be one time. How many more ways does he need to say that he's not into you and he don't want you?
He's just not that into you. I'm on her Instagram and I don't see King. And there was pictures of him up here before. I don't see King at all. Huh? You want me to pull it? Let me share.
I'm not surprised. I am not surprised.
Well, the whole thing was a fraud for her to stay on the show. But,
yes.
But this is crazy. I mean, it must be something though that's gonna come up. Ain't that? Is that still the Rolls Royce though that he gave?
I don't know, because the last one we saw this season was great when they pulled up at Jackie's office. Remember?
That's true. But as if I do a quick scan, we don't see the man. Well, oh, she must have kind of. Oh, there he is on that one. I guess she just didn't delete that because it's part of the clip from Bravo. But no, if you go down this timeline, King is gone.
And I just went on her page just the other week, maybe last week or the week before, and there were pictures of them on here.
Yeah, no, it is gone. That is interesting. We need to ask where's King.
Look, that's why I was going to look up his Instagram.
Oh yeah, look up his and see. Yes. But yeah, I'm going down. This is far down now, and he's not. And he was further up, just like you said, just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Where your baby daddy, Quad? No,
man.
He's gone. He's not on.
They give you a good loving. How often was it?
17 times a day. No, this is way back because this is going back into the season where Phaedra was on.
Here he go. Hold on, I'm about to pull this.
Okay, share.
I knew it.
Is she on his? Or did he scrub her too?
We looking together, and I don't see her.
Let's
It's his daughter. Oh, she's cute.
She is cute.
It's no king, honey.
Child.
I mean, no quad. Come on, Bob.
Well, that's interesting, ain't it? Yeah, the daughter's beautiful. She looked like him.
It don't look like they follow each other either. Let me hold on. Followers, yeah. Oh, okay.
He still follow her. Okay. But look and see if she still follow him.
Oh, what was his page name? Dang it.
Is his name King. K King.
Okay, he's still on here. They still following each other. Okay. Okay. Well, it ain't the end of the season yet.
Well, this is going to be interesting. I'll tell you that.
It's very interesting. Yes, thank you. This is going to be very interesting. Especially after this next episode I seen in the preview, she was like, "Don't do this to me, please." Like, so.
Child, that got on my nerves. I was like, my tolerance is low, Royaire. It's low for the nonsense.
For the TV cameras, you better cry in bed, Kim. But yeah, this relationship was given fake from the beginning, and we are seeing it unfold right before our eyes. And yeah, everybody don't need to be and ain't meant to be a parent. So
yeah. Well, let's be careful what you speak in the atmosphere, because when she was with Greg, she claimed she didn't want to have no kids, right?
I'm not ready. And Simone told you spending all your good years. I'm not ready. Then when you're going to be ready, and she was all mad at Simone for speaking the truth. Now here's ready.
Well, let's go into this bag making party. The idea and the concept of it was cute. I was like, "Oh, that's cute. That's a cute thing to do. A bag making party, right?" So Toya, and what's getting on my nerves? What's getting on my nerves is Royaire, them staying stuck on a certain concept or storyline, and she's stuck on this fake bag. And quite frankly, who cares?
Who cares?
Like, I'm over it. It's stupid. She brought the bag there. It was a kiki, ha, funny. And so they all made bags, which I thought was cute. Contessa is the Giselle Bryant of Real Housewives of Potomac. Contessa can't dress. It's horrific. It's horrible. Yeah, she was there. She had on that blue see-through.
I didn't even notice.
She had on this blue see-through outfit with like a bikini thing underneath, or underclothes underneath. It was horrific. It was horrible. When she arrived, they all asked her, like, "Where are you going? What are you doing? What's that?" They said, we're gonna be standing the whole time, right? Brandy looked like she was going to the movies with her kids. Angel, this is me respectfully, right? But I'll say this respectfully. Angel looked like she got a BBL. So, I just, so at the party, Toya and Heavenly, they get into it. They get into it over this bag and the husbands and the this and the that. And Heavenly starts to cursing, Toya out. I was really over it, to be very honest with you. Mimi asked about the group chat, and when her and Heavenly was riding there together, and she said that Heavenly did get a little shady or whatever the case may be, and Heavenly didn't think she did, but when Toya read it out in front of the group after they finished making the bags. They pretty much was like, yeah. And Dr. Diva, electrical. It was horrific. Dr. Contessa outfit, and then Jackie sitting down, she crying and she getting all soft and pink, talking about, this is breaking my heart that we can't be together and we turn into mean girls and whatever the case may be. I was like playing the violin when Jackie was saying that, because Jackie is definitely the wrong messenger, because Jackie is #1 mean girl, period. That scene, it was that scene where I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Toya coming in, I mean, she started in my opinion, you started off with bad energy talking about, can we tell between the one which is real or fake? Like, you came in with an agenda, you came with a plan, and it went forward, of course. I don't understand why Toya is so concerned about whether or not this bag is fake, but when people start talking about your real finances and how jacked up they are, then you get one be offended all of a sudden. Don't call out somebody else's fake stuff when your real business is not all the way together, ma'am. Stop it. Like, what was the reason? What was the point? It didn't matter. Heavenly and Mimi riding in the car. When Heavenly hit that curve, Mimi said, slow down. She was like, I cleared it, baby. I got it. I was like, okay. I thought Toya's message was appropriate. I didn't see anything disrespectful about Toya's message. And so for Heavenly to reply the way she did, it was just wrong place, wrong time. That should have been to pick up the phone at a different date and, hey, Toya, maybe you should really show some love to Eugene on this special day. I know y'all done had some rough moments, been through some rough patches, but this will be the day to show, to put it in a group chat and just make it even met like it gave for TV. This was for TV, Diva, and they needed a moment. They needed to sing. Jackie getting up and talking about, this is sad. We can't never get together and have a good moment. You let all of everything fall out, and then all of a sudden you want to stand up and be like, no, this is not cool. Why are we doing this? Stop it, Jackie. Stop it. It was crazy. I don't know. I did notice Quad was not at that event though.
Because remember, she was going to Ghana to get her infertility treatments. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Toya was shady the whole moment, talking about people don't know the difference between real and fake. Heavenly in her confessionals talk about, I try to stay high, but I hate, I got to go low with this B. Like it was too much. It was over the top, way too much. So yeah,
I definitely wasn't here for it. I definitely wasn't here for it. So, Jackie, I can like this.
And Diva, it's so embarrassing because y'all came to these people's establishment. They sitting on the sidelines, watching y'all act a plump fool, just a complete fool, a whole fool. And for what? Over this Balenciaga bag that nobody cares about. Nobody.
So yeah, I'm over it. This last scene, Contessa house, Scott is entertaining the guys. So all the guys come over, but King, of course, wasn't there because they went to Ghana. Eugene, once again, you know what? This is all jokes aside. Eugene has a very great personality. He has the type of personality that definitely will live long, because in life we're really supposed to forgive, right? And just let stuff go. And all jokes aside, Eugene knows how to forgive and let stuff go. Yeah. So Dr. Eugene came and, he apologized that they had to experience him and Toya going at it at the house. But he did, like a grown person would and should, he did express how he felt, that he doesn't like the way the wives, the wives constantly are talking about him. And he told Dr. Damon he didn't like the way Heavenly was like, well, this is what they do and Eugene likes it. And he said he also doesn't like that the wives keep talking about, his private area. But I will say that Curtis came up with a good point, and Curtis said, your wife has talked about all of us here. So it's a very valid point, right? I think that, but what I don't like is Damon. I just feel like Damon acts like he's so self-righteous. I feel like Damon acts like he's sitting at the right hand of God, like he's sitting right next to God. Like he just, I don't know, he just rubs me the wrong way because he just always acts like he's so above it all and he's so self-righteous. When he tries to talk and whatever the case may be, and he will never acknowledge anything that Heavenly does. But I thought it was funny we said, the wives got to change. The wives do need to change. Mm-hmm. But I just love, how Eugene came in there and he owned his piece of it, and he apologized to the guys. I think Curtis is right up there next to Dr. Damon. Curtis act like he's so self-righteous. You and your cheat behind could go sit down somewhere. I can't even look at him and say, you got caught in the whole airport. First of all, it's easy to spot you out because you're very tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't with Curtis. I can't with Dr. Damon. Scott is pretty much, for the most part, he kind of laid back with it all. And I miss Dr. G in the group. I think we need the real Married to Medicine to come back, and we need what's the name? Quad to go sit down somewhere. Quad doesn't even really give anything to the show, to be honest with you. Like, she doesn't. Like, what is she giving us? She's giving us this fake, phony relationship with King, and King knew it was fake. That's why he said he was never moving in. He wouldn't even play. You know what? Here's the thing: is when these people coerce people into pretending to have some relationship with them for these reality shows, they don't even play the thing well. You knew it was fake, so you could be like, yeah, babe, I'll think about moving in. Mm. But he straight up was like, I ain't moving in. Mm. I don't want this baby. Mm. And I don't want to go to Ghana. You said we was going once. Now you got me going back there again.
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. I got secondhand embarrassment for her. I'm sitting there like, girl, yes, he played her. But you know what, though? That's what she get for trying to come back on that TV, not letting Dr. G live, and want to try to play him. So you got played.
You reap what you sow. She sat on Married to Medicine for 4 seasons, dragging that man, talk about how horrible he is. You first started off and said you married him, you loved him, he was your favorite man in the world, he's done nothing but great things for you. Then all of a sudden he became this monster and he's the worst man ever, and you being verbally abused. And I'm not denying any of the things that you're saying, but you completely try to drag this man down to the gutter and leave him for dust. Mm-hmm. What Phaedra say? The same hole that you dig for me, make sure you dig it for yourself.
That part.
Because you falling in that hole. You falling in it.
You falling in it.
Yeah.
Falling in it. So let's go together. let's jump down there together. Yeah. So I'm just like,
he ain't jumping down that hole with her. Goodbye. He don't want that. He don't want that. The scene with the men, per usual, Eugene always, sometimes you just got to be a man, Eugene, and just be like, this is how I feel, and I'm backing down from it, and it is what it is. And when I start saying stuff about your wife, I don't want to hear it. Because at this point, you have given all the grace, you have given all the mercy. Even Jesus flipped the table. You got to flip the table, Eugene. To let, Damon and Curtis son you, like, who are y'all? You a whole cheater, sir, and you out here lying to your wife allegedly about your son being arrested. Who are y'all to come and check me about anything? Anything? Get out of here. They literally try to sun him in his face, Diva. He was willing to come open, apologetic, willing to take accountability, and he did. And they still sunned you in your face. You should have got them all the way together. Chin check. And Scott, your friend, let you sit up there and get beat up and bullied by Curtis and Damon. Damon already told you he ain't saying nothing to Heavenly. So if he won't do it, somebody got to do it. And it's looking like it's got to be you.
And Curtis up there talking about, we don't talk to our wives like that. Curtis, go somewhere.
Yeah, but Jackie talked to you like the shoes she's walk on. Well, that was episode 5, season 12 of Married to Medicine. Listen, we are recapping The Real Housewives of Potomac. We recapped that on yesterday, which was a really good episode as well. So make sure you check that out. Make sure you join Diva for trending topics tonight around 8:30. She will be doing trending topics with the latest topics. Diva, this whole Donnie McClurkin mess is just like, whoo. I was like, oh my God. Clutching my pearls, but I'm praying for the Saints. It's a lot going on in the body. It's a lot going on. Oh my God. Listen, we're going to get up out of here. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe buttons of both of our channels, Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva and Royaire's World. We will be back next week for episode 6 of Married to Medicine and episode 13 of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Word on the curb is, Diva, that Real Housewives is recording their reunion this week. So we should be getting, because we're halfway through the season. We on episode 13. There's normally only.
You're right. It just seemed, wow.
Yeah, but what they say, when you're having fun, the time flies. Okay, and we've been having fun recapping the shows. So make sure you stay tuned to our channels. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe, and we will catch. Your show yesterday was excellent. I love tuning in. I tune in late tonight. I'm already laughing and enjoying the show with you. Sadness in the world. Thank you for the laughter. Yes, there is. We love and appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe to our ratings. Yes, thank you, Emmanuel. Real quick, leave your thoughts and opinions down on episode 5 on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best. What are your ratings for tonight? Emmanuel is giving it a 4. Diva, where you at?
Well, I'm a roll with Emmanuel.
Okay.
Well, you know what?
I didn't think it was that bad.
Well, you know what? It wasn't. Let me up it a little bit. I'm gonna roll with Jeremy, and I'm gonna give it a 6 because it was a bunch of nothing going on, right? It was ridiculousness. I mean, from the minute Brandy and her meet and greet with the kids, epic fail. The making a purse, I didn't like the making a purse. I didn't like the conversation. I didn't like the outfits. So that was an epic fail. And Contessa outfit was horrific at that event. King, disrespecting Quad. This is Married to Medicine, my love.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
I'll give it a 6 because Eugene apologizing was epic. Because you know what, the next person I date, I'm gonna cut that scene out and I'm gonna show them like this how you do apologies.
Come on, copy and paste. Oh my God.
Copy and paste, okay?
Sass is giving this a 7. Monique said a 7. Jeremy said a 6. Forever said a 7. What is this? Al is giving a 10 for the recap. Thank you so much. Good evening. Hey, Lawson. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, I'm gonna give this episode a 7. I truly enjoyed Cecil and Simone's scene, more so from the brother and sister standpoint. I thought that they were very supportive in Simone and Cecil trying to keep the marriage together, you know, even though they don't feel that they want, well, Simone doesn't feel she wants to be married. And I think that's the interesting situation, Diva. It's like Cecil, like, I see that he's willing to fight for the marriage, but Simone is completely checked out. Like, she's just like, I'm done, over it.
Simone, you know what though? I gotta say this. Simone is over it till she see what the streets is about.
Well, ask Tia.
That part, okay. So you know the streets is crazy out there. So the thing is, you gotta accept and understand. Simone said out of her own mouth, it hasn't changed in 20 years. What did you think was going to be different?
Yeah.
So I would adjust to knowing who my mate is. I know you ain't going to stand by me. So I would have told the boys and I would have stood by it. No, I'm done. You're not going to keep using me. And matter of fact, I would say, ask your father for the money. And then I would tell him, don't touch my bank account. So ask your father to pay. Because you know what I find, Royaire, when it's not the person's personal money, they don't think nothing of it. That's because you ain't in these streets grinding for this cash. I am. Like she said, when am I going to retire? So I still got to go out here. They got to call me 2 o'clock in the morning to deliver and catch somebody, baby. I'm on these Bravo streets doing Married to Medicine. I got to give weight loss shots, Botox, and all of this other stuff while you just willy-nilly dropping $60K on a credit card. That's bananas. And she bought them a condo. Like, so no, of course, Cecil, like, he with his passionate speech. I stood in the line 3 hours.
Papa Whitmore need to come and slap some sense into Cecil, obviously, because the sting was lost.
Yeah, well, you know what? Because you right, Moni. But the thing is, though, the credit card my son have, I didn't put a limit on it either. Because you're not thinking to yourself like they just gonna go wild out. But my son, he will call me before he get the charging anything. He'd be like, "Mom, can I charge?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead. What you about to do? Yeah, do that. Go ahead and do that. Whatever." You know what I'm saying? So you know, you gotta. We do have to take part in who we raise, but just even if you raise the brat, that don't mean you can't reel it in. You can reel that thing in whenever you see fit. But like y'all said, she got the Tesla. So at the end of the day, no matter what argument happened on that TV and all the tears she shed, she turned in that Jeep and got him a Tesla. That's it.
Where the 25K at, Diva? Where the 25K?
Yo, Simone was pissed over that. But you know what's wild? You pissed about your husband taking 25K, but you let the son run up a 60K bill.
How you doing?
Okay. Child. And you know what? I'm not a big Tesla fan. I'm just not.
I don't like him either.
I'm 50 Gold said Miles probably got the Jeep.
Because he cares about mommy, okay?
Woo!
My God. Listen.
I can't with y'all. Y'all too much.
Too much. But on that note, y'all hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to Royaire's World and Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. And make sure you hit the share and leave your thoughts and opinions down below. We appreciate y'all. Thank you for stopping by. Miss T 813. is giving the episode a 7 and the recap a 10. Thank you so much. We appreciate your support. Y'all, if you didn't hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit it on the way out. Make sure you join Diva tonight for trending topics, and we will see y'all next week. Good night and goodbye, everybody.
Good night, y'all.
Royaire's World.